This is Judge Enza, and today our taxes will increase. Do you know why? Because at 11:01 yesterday, an £8 7 ounces child was born to the royal family. This is now the fourth in succession to the throne, the third child to William and Kate, which has probably had more taxpayers' money spent on it in the one day it's been alive than I've had in my entire life. Private hospital, birth, all paid for by the state, because they don't actually earn any money. They don't have jobs. They are the royals. They live off the taxpayer. They should get a job. Do a real day's work. Go work in a pub. You'll soon know what hard work is. I'm not knocking them for having kids or anything. I'm just saying, pay for your own shit. Don't expect us to pay for your hospital bills. Or use an NHS hospital. You know, we do. We pay national insurance, so we have the NHS. That's how it works. And this child is never going to have to work a day in his life. Goes to private school, gets all funded by the state, private vehicles, everything. As well as this, it was St George's Day yesterday. Great for celebrating a Turkish guy and his life, the patron saint of England. I don't know how you become a patron saint, but the guy wasn't English, never set foot in England, and if he set foot in England would probably have his immigration papers taken away and deported, because, you know, that's what we do these days. Look at the Windrush generation. Been here, 60 years, and has now been deported or threatened with deportation because Theresa May decided to delete all of their paperwork. Good on her. But I heard today that the new Home Secretary has decided to grant them their rights back, which is a win for them. I'm glad to hear that. And let's get a bit personal now. I grew up in Eltham, which is a small town in southeast London. We've got a palace, a extremely old church, and the smallest Wetherspoons in the country. And it's a great place to live, but you wouldn't know any of this because it's in the media every year for something completely different. You would see Eltham as a racist area and would believe all the people that live there are horrible people. But it's not. It's full of very nice people, and there is no racism. There may have been 25 years ago when Stephen Lawrence was stabbed for getting off a bus he shouldn't have been getting off of. And by getting off a bus he shouldn't have got off of, I mean he was going from Eltham to Woolwich and got off the bus at the roundabout just between the two for no reason. I know there's no reason to get off the bus there because I take that route home every single day and also to work every single day. Once you're on the bus, you don't need to get off it. I can't give you a reason why the man did, but this caused him to get stabbed, and for the institutional racism in the police force to be highlighted by his amazing mother, Baroness Lawrence, who has done excellent work in making sure the people who killed him have been put in prison, and the police force has changed for the better because of the highlighted faults she has brought to light. But I'm not happy with the Memorial Day that is going to be held every single year from now on the 22nd of April, because it is just going to bring more light to this tragedy and going to constantly highlight the fact that it was a racist attack, which I do not believe it was, but I'm not going to go into that now, as everyone has their own views on this. I believe the man should be laid to rest and left to rest. Yes, his mother's done great work, and he has a academy in his name. He has a few community centres in his name. That is enough. There's a plaque where he died. There is no need for a national Memorial Day to commemorate Stephen Lawrence when there is still violence in our streets every day. Last night in Woolwich, 5 minutes from my flat, a young 18-year-old black male was stabbed outside Woolwich Arsenal DLR station. What is going to be done about this? The same as every other person who's been stabbed this year. They will hunt down the killer, put the killer in prison. That's the end of it. That's all you'll hear. Not have Woolwich dragged through the media for the next 25 years, have this person's parents become barons or baronesses, have millions of pounds spent to build schools in their honour and a Memorial Day in their honour. It's not going to happen. Stephen Lawrence died in a racially motivated attack 25 years ago. His killers are behind bars. The police force has changed. There is no institutional racism anymore, as far as I can tell, anyway. And that's it. There is no need to constantly drag the area through the news, constantly highlight the past. We mustn't forget our past, no, but this is one man, 25 years ago, who died in a violent attack. One of many violent attacks, because there's loads of them still happening. There's been 60 this year. And it just grinds my gears, as to quote Family Guy, that they just can't let it rest. Yes, losing a child is a tragedy. Yes, there was racism in the police force. And yes, Baroness Lawrence has done a great job in highlighting this. I would rather do a celebration day for her than her son, as he did nothing for society but die and highlight this. She has done excellent work and she should be celebrated. That's my final view on that. Leave yours in the comments. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow.
All I judge, yeah, we can't be much to change our way.